favorite nights because I can still kind of like I have a brain. By the time Saturday night rolls around, I've been wrestling my kids all day. I don't know what kind of mind state I'm going to be in. So I love these Friday night games. And Butch, it doesn't get any better than Michigan, Illinois. It's a pick 'em. It's a coin flip game, and it's obviously there in Champaign. So, what do you see in this game tomorrow?
Yeah, this to me again is one of those when you look at how this is. Now, I can't believe Michigan's lost 9 in a row to Illinois, but they have, and so to me, this is what can Elliot Cadeau do against Boswell? How does that play out? Where guard play is there is so important. This is going to be physical. They're going to shoot threes. You know what Illinois is going to do. Half their field goals are from threes. Now, I think Michigan is going to make sure to take care of the boards better than Illinois. We know they're an elite rebounding team. But the bigs of Michigan, I think, clear this thing up. I think Michigan runs away with this. Guys, I said this about a month ago here. I said Michigan's the best team in the Big Ten, and it's not even close. And I know I got people to look at me a little crazy when I said that about a month, 6 weeks ago. But what they're able to do, how they're able to do it, the pace at which they want to play with, I just think that Michigan finds a way, and I think it's like an 8-point game. Now, I've been at both of these, and I'll say this just because I'm on the Wisconsin radio side of it, but I've seen Wisconsin beat Michigan, and I've seen Wisconsin beat Illinois, both of those teams on the road. Like, the environment's going to be great, but it's going to come down. If Illinois is going to beat Michigan, it's got to be from 3. And that's just, I think Michigan's length is going to create closeouts, and then Illinois is going to have to create those closeouts and attack those, and they're not going to be able to get that 3-point shot off like they want to. I know Illinois' bigs can pull Michigan's bigs away. That's the other X factor to me. Obviously, it's point guard play, and then it's the play of Michigan. Michigan's bigs get out there and get Illinois' bigs off of the line, make them put it on the floor. I think so. And then Morris Johnson Jr., that's going to be – that environment by itself is going to be nuts. I feel bad for the young man because they are going to be absolutely killing him. But I expect him to respond the right way, and I think that's where the dominance is going to come, and it's going to come in the paint for Michigan.
Mr. McCall, Coach?
Yeah, well, first of all, Michigan's still my pick to win the whole thing. After seeing them live at Purdue and what they were able to do, an environment where the whole clip with Lindenborg went absolutely viral leading up to that game, and they go in that environment and handle that environment the way that they did, to me, says so much about where this team is. You lose on a neutral floor to Duke. Credit both those coaches for even playing that game. But Michigan can win the national championship. In my opinion, Illinois, to me, is the second best team in this league. And I think they're still trying to figure out how to play with Boswell being back in the lineup. But at some point here, it's going to click. It's going to click with him. It's going to click with Wagler. It's going to click with the rest of the guys on their team to where they can make a really, really deep run in March. This game for them is going to say a lot. I think the size, the physicality of Michigan up front, the way that Michigan, starts Mara at the 5, but they had the luxury of sliding Morris Johnson Jr. over there and switching 1 through 5. Illinois has the positional size, especially in the backcourt. Can they start clicking now with Boswell being back? I think too much Michigan. And Michigan's, listen, they're used to playing in these environments and handling them. So, yes, it may be difficult on Morris Johnson Jr., but it was difficult on Lindenborg, and his teammates had his back going into Purdue, and they handled business.
Yeah, I mean, that was like –
right. But John, like the last thing is at times they've played down, but when they've been put in the environments, have they not answered the question? Like they've answered the questions in the environment every time.
Yeah. By the way, Matt, you talk about that Purdue game that you were at, like you were purified in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, man. I mean, it's like you came out of that game and it was just like you're a changed man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, John, you gotta understand, first of all, I'm in the studio so much that I don't I'm not in the environments much. Like it had been a while since I was in an environment like that. I mean, the last time I was in an environment like that was on the sidelines down 25 to the Dayton Flyers. I mean, that was because Dayton's one of the best environments in college basketball. Like one of the best environments in college basketball. But the way that those students before Purdue runs out on the court and they're chanting every starter's name, and you got student sections on both sides underneath the baskets. I mean, they got off to a great start in that game, and then all of a sudden, here comes this wagon of the Michigan Wolverines. Yeah, I was purified in that environment. I was purified.
Butch, is there anything that, and I know, again, I've never, coached, so I don't know sort of what the protocol would be, but is there anything that you think Michigan and that coaching staff is going to be able to take and use and apply from that loss to Duke and DC?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of different things. Obviously, I think it's the mental. I think that at times there's a couple of lapses. Like the little things that go into it is what this Michigan team really needed. And that's why I think, well, number one, we'll see more of these games because obviously there's going to be money behind it. So we're going to see more non-conference out of, in-conference play like this. I think it's great. I really think it changes things, especially late in this. It gives you a tournament feel. With the loss didn't hurt Michigan. It helped Duke a little bit, but in general, both teams learned a lot about themselves because it's different. When you get in conference play, everybody knows what you're doing. You know what it is. You get a game out of conference, your eyes are opened up a little bit. You see some of your weaknesses. You see what some of the things that you've done that you get away with in Big Ten play because every team knows each other. Now you see a different conference and you're like, okay, we can't get away with this, or our league does this well, but this league does this well, and we didn't handle that action well, or we didn't handle what that team will do well. So, yeah, I think that game against Duke helps Michigan in this game tomorrow night, but it also helps them in the NCAA tournament because their eyes are opened up to a lot of the little things that they could have corrected, and that's all it was. I mean, we're talking little things that they need to correct to beat Duke. And that's all it is. But yeah, you definitely could take away from that.
So, Matt, I know you've already awarded Michigan the win here, and so we're just going to be on to next week. But if Illinois were to somehow pull this off miraculously, if they were able to do it, how would it have to look?
I think they got to make a ton of threes. I think Butch said it earlier. I think the three-point line can be the equalizer for them. We know when Mara's out, a lot of times they're going to switch 1 through 5. Can you get them on some slips? Can you get them on some go screen actions? Can you get them on maybe some screening actions, where they mess up the switch, dribble penetration, get in there, draw help, put them in closeouts, paint touch threes. I would say that's the key. And then the backboard. Control the backboard. I mean, that's what Duke did. Duke out-rebounded them, which ended up being the biggest stat in the game. That's what it came down to. So can they make threes and can they out-rebound this Michigan team? Those will be the two stats that I'm paying attention to tomorrow night.
All right. I need, before we move on to the toast of the night here, I need picks. Are you rolling with Michigan on the road? They get this done, Matt? Do I have you down correctly there?
You have me down correct. You can write it down. I know you like your little pen there. Okay, I can see it. All right, write that down.
Record,
and then you can
on the record.
Take a picture of it and send it to me tomorrow night. Put me on record. Yes, I like Michigan tomorrow night.
Marked and membered. How about you, Brian?
Oh, Michigan like this. And I'm with Matt. Michigan's winning the national championship. First time in 26 years, Big Ten's going to cut down the nets when you get to Indianapolis. It is. They're like the best team. They're going to win tomorrow night, and they're going to win the whole thing.
Wow. So it is a consensus on this show. I'm going to be the dissonant. I'm going to go Illinois gets it done at home. Keaton Wagler, big game. Merkovich, big game. And Illinois wins one for its home fans, and they get that bad taste out of their mouth against Michigan. All right. 1 minute before we move over to the afters. Matt McCall, Brian Butch, John Martin here with you. Toast of the night, Matt.